Wanted to share another quick bit of insight. The topic we're talking about and have been talking about in the public eye is statues and monuments, particularly in American history, or the lack thereof history. So back in Iraq, when Saddam Hussein was finally defeated again, the American people demanded that his statue be taken down, and then they beheaded the statue, as symbolic as getting rid of a tyrant who truly terrorized their nation, because he really did. I've seen the ruins of what he's done up there, up close and personal, and he did nothing for the people that he called his subjects, if you will. With that being said, it was an American tank, I believe, that put a chain around that Saddam Hussein statue, and at the behest of the Iraqi people, hold that monument of hate down. And you know why? Because if you leave something like that standing, it's a reminder for all to see of how bad things were. And I don't believe everything should be necessarily forgotten, but it doesn't mean it has to be in plain sight for everybody to see and view and ask questions about. We can put statues of people in history. They were figures, historical, whether they're good history or not. I have no problem putting things in a museum and mentioning people in a museum, because people can go there and see them if they want to. You would expect to see people in history on both sides in a museum. Therefore, you can pick and choose what you want to be exposed to. But when you randomly put, and I can't say randomly, because that was arbitrarily done to put all the Confederate statues up around the country. In some places as far north of Seattle, which blew my mind. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm a world historian or American historian or anything. However, as we read, learn, and discuss together, we learn together. But one thing is certain, psychology of, when you intimidate somebody and terrorize them, there's many ways to bully, intimidate, and terrorize. Sometimes verbally, sometimes by physical action, and sometimes just by signs and symbols. And when somebody's been traumatized by a fire, and they might have a problem seeing fire if they lived through a fire, you wouldn't want that person to be exposed to that. If someone was raped or in a car accident, or even like myself and people who deal with PTSD, certain things trigger certain feelings and emotions that you don't really want to necessarily be exposed to, if you can help it. But that's the same thing that a lot of people have a reaction to these old Southern Civil War monuments. And my question is, why would we want to celebrate somebody who attacked the country? Why would we want to celebrate somebody who tried to kill American citizens? Why would we want to celebrate somebody who wanted to fight to keep the right to own human beings? And let's just stop calling them enslaved people. Let's get down to the root of it. Because enslaved people, it's so easy for somebody to say slaves and not think of it as a person. But the enslaved Africans were just that. They were people. They were American citizens. And these folks wanted to keep and control and misuse them and torture them for free labor, which is the real reason why America flourished, is because of free labor from the African people, African Americans. So when you say it like that, it sounds different than just, oh, they were slaves. Nope, these were people, American citizens, that literally died out here in these fields, gave their all blood, sweat, and tears, body, soul, and minds, for the betterment of America. But they did this not of free volition. They did this against their own will. Do you think that having the opportunity to do something freely, that they would have made a contribution? I would dare say, yeah. I would dare say the contribution would have been even greater by this point in time, because it would not be 2017 and we are still talking about one group of people being greater than the next group of people. But I'm glad we're talking about it. I'm glad you're listening. I hope I challenge you to think what you thought you knew about the way things were, and I hope it reflects on the way you think about how things will be.